Hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Hello, my friends. Simply Jan Homestead. Hello, hello. And I made a comment back to her, Lori, with It All Adds Up. Jamie, Jamie's Country Living. Jan is going live right after me today. So a little bit later in the live, if somebody would put up her link, that would be. Bob got stung by a bee last night. Oh no, that's horrible. That's not fun. I haven't been stung by one in a while, but I've got a lot of ant bites this year. And those things, the ants will, it'll light up your whole hand, and then you won't see it until like the next day. There'll be the spot. Oh, he's on wasp and hornet patrol now, or I won't get out. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. That's not fun. I haven't been bitten for a while. Thank you, God. Oh, Jamie's in the ads. Thank you, Jamie, if you can hear me. Please share this out in your community tab if you are in here and you can hear me. That would be awesome. So tonight I went ahead and put up the official Fall Fest email. It's a separate email from my regular email. This is the Fall Fest email, so everything to do with Fall Fest will go there. If you're going to enter, you're going to email there. If you want to donate a prize for the finale, you're going to email there. Everything to do with Fall Fest goes to that. So that way my regular emails and my Fall Fest emails don't like get all mixed up for that month and a half time frame there. Hello, BNS Odyssey. Hubby's trying to call, and that's not going to be very effective because I'm live right now. Normally my phone doesn't ring, but my sister and I have this thing going on right now that we're talking about, and so I put my ringer on so I could hear if she called. Also, I have some reminders on my phone, and I want to be able to hear those, so I have my phone volume on and I have my notification volume on so I can be annoyed by all the things that go off on my phone. Isn't that fun? So yeah, I wrote down a few things to talk about. Let's see. What do I have left in the garden? Not much. Not much. Um, I have two watermelons, my very first watermelons. These are the Moon and Stars watermelon from the Survival Seeds collab. My very first two watermelon. I've already harvested one cantaloupe. I have another one growing. There might be some more hidden in there, but there's a little bit of a weed situation in there. So, and it's way down on the ground, so I'm not going to go digging around. So, but the one is up on a previous wire that we're not using anymore. So I could see that one really well. And it's pretty close to where the other one was growing. What else do I have growing? My bell peppers, they are slowing down. Um, they are finally slowing down, probably because of the Texas heat. So we'll see. I go out there every day. There's still some out there. I usually wait until I have quite a few to harvest, and then I chop it up and put them in bags. And I have tons in the freezer. My goal was to have grow enough bell peppers that I wouldn't have to buy any, because bell peppers are on the dirty dozen list, meaning they have a lot of chemicals on them. So, and I do like to have bell peppers and a lot of things. So I think I'm going to meet that goal of not having to buy bell peppers this year. My goal next year is to do more onions. So we'll see how that goes. I've already started my hydroponics because of the heat outside. I already have 6 micro dwarf tomatoes up. 2 of them out of 6 are actually past the light. The one on the top has room to keep going, but they're kind of getting burnt on top because of hitting the light, and the light's up as far as it can go. The one on the bottom can actually grow through the baker's rack up toward the top, and it'll get some light from that other hydroponic machine. So I'm thinking that one's going to be better off than the other one. So I'm beginning to wonder if a couple of those are not micro dwarfs. I believe all the seeds that I'm growing for micro dwarf tomatoes, I believe came from the Indiana Backyard Gardener seed swap. So there's that. I actually tried to grow different varieties from last year. Not that I didn't like last year's, but I just wanted to try 6 new varieties. But there's a couple of them, if they get too tall, I might pull them out and put them on the front porch and try one of the shorter versions from last year, because the ones last year that I had from Carol, they actually stayed short and micro dwarf. So like I said, I'm beginning to wonder if they're micro dwarfs. So I may pull them out, put them in a pot on the front porch, and let them grow until, until it gets cold, which I still have time here in Texas. I still have time. Oh, 13. He got 13 bites? Is that true? Ooh, that's not good at all. I have one lettuce. It's getting really big. It's sort of taking over about half of the hydroponic system. I don't know what kind of lettuce it is because I mix all mine. I planted all my hydroponic stuff on July 1st. But at the time, I couldn't find any of those green stickers that go on the top of the hydroponic system. So I planted my strawberries without them. Well, they started growing that fungus on the pad. So I threw the sponge away. I washed the net cup thingy, and I started over with the new sponge and everything and replanted the strawberries. I also put other couple of things in there in case the strawberries don't actually get started. At least that space won't be wasted. So strawberries got replanted last weekend, so they're not up yet. So we'll see if that works out. Yeah, mine might end up outdoors. If they just continue to grow upward, I'm gonna start to wonder if they're actually micro dwarfs. So I may go back and use some of the varieties from last year, because the ones from Carol stayed nice and short. Those Orange Hat and Pinocchio, those plants stayed nice and short. So if I get some more soil, I may just take those and put them on the front porch and just let them grow until it gets cold, because we still have time here for all that. Did he get bit on the toe? Ooh, that would be painful. So I have a Fall Fest informational video coming out on August 24th. I'm going to do a Fall Fest Q&A live on September 4th at 5 p.m. in my normal slot. It'll be the first Friday of September. The videos for Fall Fest will start coming out on the 21st. They'll have a whole week to get out their video. And I have the email. If you want to join Fall Fest, I have the email scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, if you want to donate a prize to the grand finale, just say finale or final. Let's see. I'm trying to read my own handwriting, and apparently I can't read it. What did I write? Okay, anyway. Let's see. Toes, arms, legs, butt cheek. Ooh, ouch. That sounds painful. The other channel is still waiting for host. What other channel? You mean Broken Hearts Ministry? Because with the StreamYard I have, I can go live on both my channels at the same time. So I'm actually live on Broken Hearts Ministry and Gail Southern Living at the exact same time. That way I can get hours on both channels and only be doing one thing. So it's kind of double dipping, sort of. Oh, it's working now? Good. It'd be It'd be going crazy. Yeah. I'm very seriously considering pulling those 2 tomatoes out and putting them in pots and putting them on the front porch. Southern Belle, Nola, welcome in. First time in here, first time viewer. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. So that's the information about Fall Fest. If you would like to join as a co-host, just send me an email to this email going across the bottom. All correspondence will go through that. It's a great way to grow your community and meet new people. And there's several different genres in here. We got some gardening, some cooking, we got some crafts, we got some crochet channels. So it's a great way to meet other channels if that's something you're interested in. And met me on Tuber Chat. Yeah, Tuber Chat's a great way to grow your channel as well. Shout out for Tuber Chat. Let's see. Yeah, we appreciate you coming in, Nola. Weird. Well, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. So I actually started my fall schedule early because of the Texas heat. Like I said, I have 3 things going and a few flowers, and that's it. And I only kept the flowers just so they can continue to pollinate the things that are out there. So once those other 3 things start dying off, then the flowers will go too. I've already started doing the garden cleanup, trying to do at least one thing every day. Today I pulled out the morning glory vines that were growing up there. I pulled all that out. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lori. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna get a list started and I'll write it down somewhere. Try to make myself a central location to put everything. I'm gonna send an email out on September 1st to the channels that joined last year and a couple of new ones that I want to invite. So if you're interested in getting an email with information about Fall Fest, if you will let me know here in the chat, just say yes. Just say yes, and I'll add you to the email list. So my new schedule is going to be hydroponic update on Mondays. I'm going to do like a tea Tuesday where I talk about collabs, maybe tell a story, just talk about different things going on in the garden and hydroponics with pets, all different things like that. I'm going to do a recipe on Wednesdays, and on Thursday it's going to be kind of miscellaneous. Right now it's going to probably be like garden cleanup, stuff like that. Later on I might be doing like soap, some soap making, some crafts, things like that. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Jade is getting so. What is Fall Fest? Fall Fest is a collaboration giveaway. And this is how it works. So say I'm the host, and each channel that signs up, it could be 30 to 50 channels that sign up. Each channel that signs up makes a 3 to 8 minute video just calling out the rules and maybe introducing their channel, maybe showing something in the garden, you know, whatever you can get in from a 3 to 8 minute video. And that video right there that they do that on, they will draw for a semifinalist a few weeks from that date. And then they will send all the semifinalists to me. And on October 30th, I take all the semifinalists from each of the channels, all 30 to 50 channels, however many join. I take all the semifinalist names and put them on a wheel and draw for one grand prize winner. And that grand prize winner wins a prize from every single channel who joins as a co-host. And to top it all off, even if you're a co-host, you can still enter your channel on other people's. And it doesn't have to just be YouTube people. You could send this to your mother, and your mother could win Fall Fest or win a semifinalist prize. So it's really cool. You finally got your garden rototilled and some 4 o'clock seeds planted. Ooh, that's awesome. Hi, Bob. How are you? Sorry about all your hornet bites. That's, I don't know if I've ever been bit by a hornet. I know I've been bitten by a wasp and bumblebee, but I don't know if I've ever been bitten by that. I want to try to do Fall Fest this year. It's really super simple. You just make a video calling out the rules, and you know what, if you don't even want to call out the rules, you can just put them in the description box, as long as you either read them or put them in the description box, as long as they're in one of the other places. And it's just like 10 simple rules. And the only reason I require for the video to be at least 3 minutes is that that's how YouTube determines it to be a full-fledged video, is that it's over 3 minutes long. And I preferably would like them to be 3 to 6 minutes, but I go ahead and allow people to do them to 8, because some people who are monetized want their videos to be 8 minutes, and that's perfectly fine. However, in reality, people aren't going to watch a video that's that long. So Jen says she loves Fall Fest. So I'll have a Q&A. It's already scheduled. If you want to go to my lives, it'll have some kind of a fall picture. You can hit the notification bell. It'll come on. You can ask questions. You can also email your questions to this email that's scrolling across the bottom. Like, you could tell me tonight you want to join, or you could just start the question process. Okay, what do I do with this? How do I do this? What do I do with that? And you could just start that, and I could send you information. I even made about 4 thumbnails to where you don't even have to make a thumbnail. You can use one that I already made. I kind of look at, like, for it to look very fall looking, for that to be like it's, you know, I want it to be colorful and fall like, so when people see it, they're like, oh, Fall Fest, you know, it's got all the fall stuff on it. So I want that to be like it's, you know, its look. So, so that's why I went ahead and made some, because some people don't know how, or some people don't want to take the time to make a thumbnail. So I have them already made. Yeah, that's my sweet baby. I like watching y'all's videos. I still don't think I will do one, but I will come up with a cool gift. Thank you. I appreciate the gifts to the finale. So on the finale, if you're not drawn as a semifinalist, you can still win prizes. You don't have to be monetized. Oh, you do make videos? You don't make videos. If you don't make videos, you can still enter your channel you can still enter yourself to try to win. So I'll have a playlist on my channel of all the co-hosts that enter Fall Fest. That way you have a central location to go, because not everybody puts out their video on the first day. They have 5 to 7 days to get their video out. So the first day there may be 10 people, and the next day there may be 7, and the next day there may be 5, and the next day there may be another 10. So I just keep adding videos. So if you keep going back to the playlist, you'll be able to see if you've got a red line going through that one. So if you're not a channel, you can still enter the Fall Fest collaboration and try to win. Yeah, thumbnails are important. They make things stand out. And, you know, it's all you're getting prizes ready? Yeah. So the way it's set up is that the channel that joins has an option whether they want to do a semifinalist prize. That's optional. You can do it for the person you draw on your channel. You can choose to do that or not. However, all the co-hosts, everybody sends the prize to the grand finale winner, which is drawn live from the wheel. The wheel is there. You can look at it. You can see if you're semifinalist, you can see if your name's on there. I do not limit. If you get drawn on 2 channels or 3 channels or 4 channels, I don't limit how many times you can get drawn as a semifinalist. And the reason I don't is because you did the work to watch all those videos. So to me, you earned it. You earned your spot. You earned your spot. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to try to, when I send the email out, I'm going to try to go ahead and attach, I have some screenshots of the rules, which can be included in your video. So you could just show your yard or your garden and put the screenshots of the rules. As long as you add the hashtag and the thumbnail where everybody knows it's Fall Fest video, you could get away with not calling the rules out if you include them somewhere, you know. And then I also have, like I said, I have 4 or 5 different thumbnails made. I even have a screenshot, you know, nicely made of the dates of Fall Fest, which you could include. All that stuff can be sent to you. You can request it. You can add it into your videos. All of it's meant to be where everybody can use it, not just me. The thumbnails are for everybody. The 10 rules typed out for everybody. The Fall Fest dates are for everybody. If you see something on my About page that you want to post on yours about Fall Fest, you're welcome to steal it and use it. Listening while making freezer meals. That's really cool. I just got through making I did some lunch prep. My thumbnail artist is a longtime friend. She also made me an intro, outro, and super chat song. Yeah. I'm fixing to do a new intro video. And I just have 2 more pictures to find. And I'm going to start trying to play it on my live the way Linda and Jerry do on their channel. Linda with Another Time and Jerry with Butler Family Farm. So, yeah, I do provide the thumbnail. And I give you several choices. So you can pick which one's more your style, you know. But, yeah, but it's a lot of fun. All the channels that join have fun. A lot of these channels we're going to kind of do, you know, giveaways anyway. So why not do it as a group setting? And it gets attention for your channel. And if you've never participated in Fall Fest before, if you go back to last year's videos and you look, these people have hundreds, sometimes even 1,000 views on their video, because these people come out of the woodwork and comment. People you've never met before. I don't even know where they come from, honestly. So if you don't understand what Fall Fest can do, check it out. It is a great way to grow your channel. And yeah, first year you're gonna definitely gain some subscribers. And some people that have joined before are still getting subscribers every year that they join. So you're having a giveaway on Monday. That's cool. Giveaways are fun. So this is just a nice giveaway. Like I said, the finale will have its own giveaway that anybody can come to, as long as you're subscribed, because it will be like tonight. That live will be on subscriber only mode, to where you can only come into the live if you're subscribed, which I do all my lives that way. It just helps with trolls and stuff like that. So anybody can email me anything, any questions or anything you want about Fall Fest to this email at the bottom. Just give it a screenshot. It'll also be in all the Fall Fest videos, so you'll be able to. Let's see what else I was planning to talk about. Kind of gone back and forth on this. You know, as a YouTuber, you have to, when a season ends, you have to think about what's the next season of stuff that you're going to do, because you have to continue to put out your content. So because the garden outside is wrapping up, I'm officially stopped gardening videos other than shorts. I will do my survival seeds finale where I'm just talking about how the seeds did. I'm going to still do that. But as far as showing the garden, it'll be in shorts or not at all. Because like I said, I moved into hydroponics. So September, I'm going to start fall baking. I'm going to be participating in a collaboration with, I'm not a co-host, but I'm just participating in Lou Ann's collaboration, Fall into Baking. And I think she's going to do that from September through the end of the year. So I'll participate several times. So I'm going to start my baking things in September. I'm going to start with some things in a jar, like desserts in a jar. Just all different kinds of desserts in a jar. That's where I'm going to start. And then I have a cake I'm going to make as well. So September will be baking. October I'm going to do crock pot recipes. I may be participating in Croctober, but I'm not sure if I got my email in time. So if you guys are participating in Croctober, if you see me on that schedule, please let me know my date, because I sometimes miss emails and I don't want to like mess that up. So please let me know. Let's see, and that's hosted by Jenny Goff. November I'm going to do soup recipes because I think it'll be cool enough by then. And December, I'm going to do holiday recipes. I'm going to do a holiday drink, holiday cookies, and I have a holiday dip. So it's just going to be different holiday things. And then I'm going to try to do one dip the Wednesday right before New Year's Eve, like a New Year's Eve type dip that people can make. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for fall and autumn. It's hot here. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. Um, I'm just kind of started on my garden cleanup. The only thing I plan on planting outside is some garlic. I usually plant garlic in October. So that's really the only thing I have planned, because like I said, I have hydroponics already started. That's going to be for my fall and winter. And then at some point, I'll take everything out and start my spring starts. So my hydroponics are going to get a good bit of use all the way through February, part of March, and then I'll probably start putting things out sometime in March. Hi Tammy, Mountain Grandma, how are you? Okay, let's see, what else do I have on my list? Oh, I was going to shout out my members. So if I have a moderator in here, if you would throw up the links as I mention them in the chat, that would be awesome. So Lori's Journey, that's going to be my first member shout out, Lori's Journey. And she's doing some healthy cooking on her channel right now. Mountain Grandma, you guys could put up the link for Lori's Journey and Mountain Grandma. Peaceful Des, Jamie's Country Living, Andale Homestead, Another Time 2023, Simply Jan Homestead, Butler Family Farm, Ariella Viking Venture, My Alabama Farm Life, Heaven's Fire 18, Penny Ortiz, Ann Philbeck, and Joe Hupp. Those are my members. So if you caught any of that, if y'all could throw some of those links up if you heard me. There is a link for Lori's Journey and Andale Homestead. And there's Lori's Journey. Oh. And that one's for Andale Homestead. Here's one for Mountain Grandma. Thank you guys for putting the links up. If you heard one that's not up, if you'll let me know. Linda with Another Time, Simply Jan Homestead, those were also on the list. Jamie's Country Living, there's a link for that. If you'll go to those channels and watch a video or throw it in your watch later list, or if you have some kind of watch list, I do that pretty commonly. Like, I'm gonna exchange a list with someone, I'll just put all the lives and videos I haven't watched of theirs into a list, and I'll just run that. Sometimes on the TV, sometimes on the laptop, sometimes on the phone. Butler Family Farm, thank you so much. Linda with Another Time, thank you, thank you. So that is the main stuff that I have going on right now. Just a lot of different things. I've gotten 3 of my recipes for August. I still have one more recipe to do. First recipe I did was homemade corn tortillas. I have a dessert coming, and I have a casserole. I don't know what my last recipe is going to be, but I still have one more to do for August. So I've already started my cooking, which is part of my fall season and winter, is that I start back with my cooking. I take a break in the spring and fall, in spring and summer, and I go back to the cooking when it gets cooler outside. It's not cooler outside here, but my garden's dead, so I might as well start my fall baking stuff. Peaceful Des, thank you for putting that link up. Thank you much. Yeah, if you guys will go check them out. All good people, all very good people. I'm sure you know most of them. There's a few on here you don't know, like Joe Hupp. You probably don't know who that is. He's actually over in Australia. He has a small channel, puts out videos every once in a while, and does lives. He does lives occasionally. Ann Philbeck, we know that's Glory in the Garden. She did the what do you call it? Survival Seeds collab. And Penny Ortiz doesn't really run a channel. She's basically a supporter. She did come to the Ozark meetup, so I did actually get to meet her. Ariella Viking Venture, I didn't see her. I haven't seen her tonight. I hope Ariella's doing good. I was gonna ask you guys, what are you having for dinner tonight? 2K subscribers, that's a good amount of subscribers. There's a lot of people out there that would love to have 2K subscribers, so I think that you're doing really well. So that's awesome. So what are you guys having for dinner tonight? We are going to have, we're going to have, like, usually Friday is pizza night, but I didn't have any pizza or really anything to make pizza. So tonight I decided tonight I'm going to make like spaghetti, but it's really just going to be like pasta. So I have a jar of Thrive Market spaghetti sauce, the organic, good stuff, the good stuff. And I have some of that. I'm either going to use the Bonza pasta or the Jovial pasta, so the healthy pasta. And then I have some onions chopped up that I'm going to put with the meat. So we're going to have the hamburger with the onions and the seasonings, and we're going to add this jar of sauce, and we're going to make some pasta, put all that over there. And so that's what we're having. We're having spaghetti tonight. It's funny, Jen saying she's having leftovers of spaghetti. That's funny. So that's what we're having tonight. I have not heard from Penny. Pork steaks and eggs. That sounds good. Bologna cheese sandwiches. So funny you said that, because I actually thought about bologna, like a bologna sandwich the other day with cheese. I don't know. I don't crave it or want it very often, but every once in a while. I've been wanting to make a tuna salad sandwich too. So I think I might do that maybe next payday, because I don't keep bread here, so That's not a thing. Gnocchi. I like gnocchi. Gnocchi's good. I made a chicken gnocchi soup one time. It was really good. Huh. Spaghetti seems to be a thing. Well, I thought, since I'm live, it's something really super easy that I can make because the onions are already cut up. Hamburger's thawing on the counter right now. It's a jar of spaghetti sauce. It's a healthy one, a Thrive one. So, I have made my own spaghetti sauce, but for some reason they get thicker. The ones from the store are thicker. I wish I could learn how to make a spaghetti sauce that is thicker, because anything I ever have tried to make has come out kind of thin. So I have tried it and it's good. It's just very runny. Oh, hi, oops. How are you? Zucchini lasagna. I'd love to have zucchini lasagna, but I don't have any zucchini left. We had spaghetti last night. Neil was making burritos. That sounds good. It's so funny. Everybody already had spaghetti, and that's what we're having tonight. That's hilarious. It's a nice, easy meal. For me, it's easy. You just brown the hamburger and onions, throw the sauce in there, boil the pasta to the side in a pan, and then you join them together. And hi, Linda. How are you? I mentioned you earlier for a member shout out. Could you thicken it the same way you do gravy? Probably. Cornstarch and flour. Yeah, you probably could. I haven't quite got that process down. Please send out some prayers for Linda's husband, Richard, with another time. Please continue to pray for healing for him. We got a lot of things going on right now. Young lady that I know who's newly married is having trouble conceiving a child, young. And I would like to ask you to pray for this person for me. It's kind of an unspoken request because I don't have permission to be speaking her name to the whole world. But if you guys would give a prayer, because I know what it's like not to have a child and to want one. So if you guys could pray for her, that would be awesome. 18 quarts of pasta sauce. Oh, wow. You did beets and carrots too. I know. I think this is, I'm gonna have to find out what the exact month is for carrots. I might consider doing carrots. I've heard if you grow them through the winter that they're supposed to be sweeter. Yeah, I have that twister thing that makes zucchini into pasta, or it can make potatoes into like curly fries or apples into the shreds. Anyway, I have that contraption that does that. I just don't have any zucchini anymore. I wish I'd have thought of that when I still had it. I didn't know when I had it that I should have went ahead and made it then, because now it'll just sit up there a little bit longer. Thank you. Thank you for the prayers, guys. And Dale's family could also use some prayers for grief. Carol from Broke But Bountifully Blessed could use some prayers. She actually had a stroke. She is at home now and she's recovering, trying to regain her movement and proper speech and things like that. I think she's put out a couple of videos or shorts. Tish, I guess Tish from, oh my gosh, her channel name escaped me, but I know who you're talking about. Tish also needs prayers. I don't know why her channel name escaped my brain, but I actually saw something. And if you text me or something, I'll tell you the name of the person that needs the prayers about the baby. I just don't want to do it in the public forum. But if you're on my phone, I can tell you who it is if you want to know. Thank you. But yeah, there's a lot of people going through things right now that need prayers. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now. Sometimes God plans our lives aren't the same in as our plans and our lives, as spoken by Spinster, who is also childless. Yes. I am among the childless. I do have two stepdaughters who were with me for 7 or 8 years before they got big and didn't come anymore, or started dating and doing all that stuff. So one is married with a baby. The other one is not planning to get married, and she has autism, so she's planning on just staying home with her mom. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get pumpkins up this year. Yeah, there's lots and lots of tragedy going on right now. Yeah. I have some attachments for my KitchenAid that I need to use. What I would really like to do is make some pasta. Make some of my own pasta. I did it once. I need to do it again. There's so many things I need to do. So many contraptions, and I actually am very particular about what additional appliances I buy because I want to make sure what I get gets used. I hate to waste things. Yes. Yes, Carol had a stroke. And it's so weird because she eats No Judgment with Tish Ross. That's it. That's her channel name. Um, just as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, I know it. But because you said that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So please pray for all these people. Tish had a 10-hour brain surgery. That's awful. I will add her to my prayer list. It's a long prayer list, guys, because there's like a lot of stuff going on right now. There's just a lot of health problems and grief and people in hospitals and appointments and recovery and just all these things. Lots of things. It's hard. It's very hard not to let the weight of all of it just fall all over you. It's so hard. Oh, I can't even imagine. I have the 5 volunteer pumpkins sitting in the bird barn waiting for Halloween, and I had to go ahead and pick it because they were already ripe. Oh, well. I looked at my 2 watermelon today, because they say if the vine going to the watermelon or pumpkin or whatever it is dead, it's time to pick it. Well, the watermelon vine going to both my watermelon are still green and alive. And they are pretty pretty good size now. They're pretty good size. These will be my very first 2 pumpkins ever. Try to get a picture out, probably on my community tab. I'll probably also share it on my Facebook page if you're on my Facebook. I think a lot of us in here are gardeners and cooks. Because we take what we grow in the garden and we cook it. Of course, I'm down to only a few things left in the garden because it's Texas and it's hot. But I am both a gardener and a cook. So like I say, in the spring and summer, I do my gardening. And in the fall and winter, I do my cooking. But now, since last year, I added hydroponics, so I'm doing hydroponics and cooking in the fall winter. I also do my soap making in the fall winter when it's nice and cool outside and you're not going outside as much. Okay. All right, Jan. If one of you guys could put up the link to Simply Jan Homestead's live, so it'll be up when she goes live. Hi, Tony with R&W Farmstead. How are you? Lots and lots of prayer requests, Tony. I don't know how long your list is, but I got a nice long one. You know, after my after someone told me the story about the young lady who wasn't able to get pregnant, who's newly married, who's having trouble, I kind of got a little stressed out about it. And then I put on my Christian music and started listening to it. And before you know it, I was feeling better and in better spirits. So music does help to bring your mood up. So I definitely would try to be listening to your uplifting Christian music. There's a lot of good music out there. On my other channel, Broken Hearts Ministry, if you scroll all the way down to the very bottom, there's a playlist that says My Praise Music. And that is all the music that I like on that. If you want to see my style of Christian music that I like listening to, it's all right there. I'm a huge Lauren Daigle fan. So there's some of her on there and some other people too, but Christian music is definitely uplifting. Yeah. I know it's hard to say a prayer because it's you know, it's his decision basically if he's going to um you know, it has to be his will to do it. So it gets confusing sometimes because you have to say if it be your will because he's only going to grant it if it is his will. So, yeah, it's difficult. But I just pray anyway because you never know. I know my years where I wasn't quite flying right. I know somebody was praying for me then because I survived and I'm still here. Music minister. That's awesome. I love music. If y'all have any suggestions for the type of Christian music that you listen to, like artists or bands or whatever that are Christian based, you can put it down there below in the comment section, and I'll write their name down and look them up. I love to find new stuff. One of my favorite songs, and this is a deep, deep worship song. And I want everybody to look it up. I'm going to type it. I'm going to type it in here. I'm going to type the name of the song in here. Oh, if it'll let me. I cannot see from here to there. So I don't know if I spelled this word right, but because I can't see it. It's not that I can't spell. I can spell. I just can't see that far down there. My vision is going. But anyway, here's the name of the song. It's supposed to say Gratitude, Brandon Lake. If it says that, I have no idea. But that's what it's supposed to say. No, it doesn't say it. Yeah. See? The U is the Y. It was supposed to be U and the see, I can't see. It's supposed to say Gratitude, but the name of the song is Gratitude. Old-fashioned hymn kind of guy. Well, that's the kind of music that our church does, is those songs. So I hear those on Sundays. But when I'm at home, I listen to like Hillsong and uh, Zach Williams and Lauren Daigle and who's some of the other ones? Phil Wickham, some of those guys. Yeah, they sang one at church this week, and it's an old one. Um, I have decided to follow Jesus. Love that song. They finally sung that song, and I was like, I love that song. So many churches now have the praise and worship format. Yeah, the church we came from had that. We've been in both churches of both. Um, our church is old-fashioned hymns with a hymnal book. But at home, I listen to the modern Christian music. But I like it all. I like Christian music in general. Yeah. So I've always been a music fan. I've always liked music. Music has always been the thing, that was always there. You know. In the 80s I had the radio they called the jam box. So I love all kinds of music. And I've actually started making the Suno music, Suno Christian music of my own. So I'm doing that over on Broken Hearts Ministry. If you haven't gone on over there in a while, I'm making my own Suno music where I'm actually writing the lyrics to my own music. You put in your own lyrics. You pick the style, whether you want a male or female artist, what kind of instruments, what kind of, you could even get more detail with like tempo and all kinds of different things. But so I've been doing that, and I enjoy it. And I use the Suno songs in my videos. Don't get any copyrights on them. So that's way better than before because I was getting all kinds of copyrights before, and now I just write my own music on Suno and I don't have any problems. Can somebody drop the link to Broken Hearts Ministry? Broken Hearts Ministry dash Gale with a pink and black logo. Yes, the boombox in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. Well, usually if I'm listening to the praise and worship music, my eyes are closed and I'm listening to God and I'm talking to God and I'm singing to God and I'm not even really watching what's going on my phone. And I'm also not someone who wants to praise and worship in front of people because I'm shy and I just don't. I feel like it's personal as well. It's a personal thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Like I say, I'm not even watching it. I'm just listening. Yeah, I like I like both. I like both kinds of music. I like it all. As long as it's not like, somebody trying to do a heavy metal type of thing with a song that I have a little bit of trouble with. It doesn't quite give that uplifting feeling when it's screaming and yelling at you. Just saying. Yeah, my screen's doing something weird down here. It's saying something, but I can't read it because it's too tiny. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah. I agree though. I've seen some stuff like that. But just like Hollywood and all artists of Christian or non-Christian whatever. I try not to look at the person because the person's always going to let you down. Obviously, we're all sinners. There's the link to Broken Hearts Ministry, Nola, that you were the one asking for that. Hi, Nancy, our treasured home. Jan is going to be going live in 4 minutes. So we are going to go on over to Jan's channel and see what she's up to tonight. I'll go ahead and go over there, but I want to be starting my dinner for hubby. Hubby will be getting home here pretty shortly. Subscribe to your other channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There's another link to Broken Hearts Ministry. If you guys aren't connected with my other channel, Broken Hearts Ministry, there's the link. Somebody asked for it. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys. I appreciate all of you coming in. Where's my dinner? Where my dinner? I'm about to make it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Jan's live will be starting in 3 minutes. I'll be starting dinner for my husband and myself and listening to Jan at the same time. I appreciate all you guys coming in tonight. Like I said, we're having spaghetti tonight. So I hope you guys all enjoy your weekend. We're going to go over to a friend's house and watch a movie this weekend. I'm thinking it might be Star Wars related, but I'm not completely sure. We're probably going to have dinner with that friend too. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that tomorrow. So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for the new ones who came in today. And thank you for the ones who come in and support my channel all the time. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a great night and a great weekend. Bye, guys.